The 1930s were a time of great uncertainty. The world was still reeling from the devastation of World War I, and the Great Depression had caused widespread poverty and unemployment. In this climate of fear and resentment, extremist ideologies began to take root. In Germany, Adolf Hitler and his Nazi party rose to power by exploiting people's anger and promising to restore the country to its former glory. Hitler's ideology was based on hatred and racism, particularly targeting Jews, whom he blamed for Germany's problems. Meanwhile, in Japan, militarists gained influence and embarked on an aggressive expansionist campaign in Asia. They sought to conquer territories and secure resources, driven by a belief in their own superiority. The League of Nations, formed after World War I to prevent future conflicts, proved ineffective in containing these growing threats. Its weaknesses, including a lack of military power and the unwillingness of some nations to act, allowed aggression to fester. On September 1, 1939, the world watched in horror as Nazi Germany under Hitler's command invaded Poland. This act of aggression shattered the fragile peace that had held since World War I. Great Britain and France, bound by treaties to defend Poland, declared war on Germany 2 days later. World War II had begun. Initially, the war was primarily fought in Europe. Germany, utilizing a new military tactic known as blitzkrieg, rapidly conquered much of Western Europe, including France, Denmark, and Norway. In the Asia-Pacific, Japan continued its expansionist policies, attacking Pearl Harbor, a U.S. naval base in Hawaii, on December 7, 1941. This surprise attack drew the United States into the conflict, transforming it into a truly global war. World War II was fought on multiple fronts, spanning Europe, Asia, Africa, and the vast Pacific Ocean. Each theater of war presented unique challenges and witnessed pivotal battles that shaped the course of the conflict. In Europe, the Eastern Front, where Germany faced off against the Soviet Union, was a scene of brutal fighting and immense loss of life. The Battle of Stalingrad, a grueling 6-month siege, marked a turning point in the war, halting Germany's advance eastward and ultimately leading to their retreat. In the Pacific, the United States engaged in a fierce island-hopping campaign against Japan. Battles like Midway, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa were characterized by fierce fighting and heavy casualties on both sides. The war also raged in North Africa, where Allied forces fought against German and Italian troops for control of strategically important supply lines. The Desert Campaign, immortalized in films and literature, tested the limits of human endurance. World War II was a conflict of unprecedented scale and brutality, claiming the lives of an estimated 40 to 85 million people. Beyond the staggering numbers, the war's impact on individuals, families, and communities was profound and enduring. Millions of soldiers from across the globe fought bravely, enduring unimaginable hardships and witnessing horrific acts of violence. Many made the ultimate sacrifice, their lives cut short in the defense of their countries and beliefs. Civilians, too, bore the brunt of the war's devastation. Bombing raids, forced labor, and systematic extermination campaigns claimed millions of innocent lives. Families were torn apart, homes were destroyed, and entire cities were reduced to rubble. Section 5. India's Front Line. The subcontinent's war effort. India, then under British rule, played a significant role in World War II, contributing a massive volunteer army that fought on multiple fronts. Indian soldiers served with distinction in North Africa, Italy, and Southeast Asia, displaying remarkable courage and resilience. The war effort transformed India in profound ways. The demand for war materials spurred industrial growth, while the conflict's global nature exposed Indians to new ideas and perspectives. The war also intensified calls for independence, setting the stage for India's freedom in 1947. Section 6, the Holocaust, a stain on humanity. One of the darkest chapters of World War II was the Holocaust, the systematic state-sponsored persecution and murder of 6 million Jews by the Nazi regime and its collaborators. Driven by a twisted ideology rooted in anti-Semitism and racial purity, the Nazis established concentration camps and extermination camps across Europe, where Jews were subjected to unimaginable cruelty and brutality. The Holocaust stands as a stark reminder of the dangers of hatred, prejudice, and unchecked power. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of remembering and learning from this horrific chapter in human history. Section 7. Victory and its price, the end of an era. After 6 long years of devastating conflict, World War II finally came to an end in 1945. Germany surrendered to the Allied powers in May, followed by Japan's surrender in August after the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world emerged from the war profoundly changed. Millions lay dead, economies were in ruins, and the political landscape had been redrawn. The war also left an indelible mark on the human psyche, shaping attitudes and policies for generations to come. Section 8. Shaping the Future, the War's Enduring Legacy. World War II had a profound and lasting impact on the world. The conflict led to the formation of the United Nations, a new international organization dedicated to maintaining peace and preventing future wars. The war also ushered in the Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. These two superpowers, once allies against fascism, became locked in an ideological struggle that shaped global politics for decades. The war's legacy continues to resonate today. It serves as a reminder of the horrors of war and the importance of diplomacy, cooperation, and understanding in international relations. Section 9. Lest we forget remembering World War II. As time passes, it becomes increasingly important to remember World War II and learn from its lessons. We must honor the sacrifices of those who fought and died, preserve their stories, and ensure that such atrocities are never repeated. By studying the war's causes, consequences, and human toll, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of conflict, the importance of tolerance and understanding, and the fragility of peace. Let us remember the courage, sacrifice, and resilience of those who lived through World War II, and let their experiences serve as a guidepost for a more peaceful and just future.